Hey y'all, it's your girl Jay, the Hierophant today, actually, back at it again with the blue moon harvest, full hunter's moon in Taurus. Happy Halloween. And I wanted to embody the Taurian spirit by dressing up as the Hierophant for you guys today. There was no way I could not take advantage of the opportunity to use this headpiece. I had to when I saw it, I was like, the Hierophant. So shout out to Regina, thank you. Now I want to get into it. I went back and fucking forth about this video. I had so many plans. I was gonna do multiple wardrobe changes, multiple costume changes. And that's this Venus and Taurus influence that is taking the fuck over. Aesthetic may become really important to you, but Scorpio season is not going to let you get away with that shit. Some of you may be weird about your aesthetic, be weird about your look, be weird about costume, dressing up, trying to hide from the world versus wanting to rage and go out and party. So there's a lot of that going on. But another part was I wanted to do multiple parts of the videos and pull cards for each sign and all this stuff. But honestly, I've had so much work that it's and in my personal life, there's just so much shit going on. I was like, yo, I gotta take care of myself. And that's Taurus. Knowing that you have enough to make magic, to do what you need to get done. That what you already have is of value. How you're already showing up is of value. And there are multiple things that I wanted to express in this video. So, one, stop being so fucking hard on yourself. And that's me talking to myself also. But another thing is, it doesn't matter how it looks if it's fucking authentic. You know what I mean? And we've got to definitely put some work in balancing, delegating, being of service to others versus being of service to ourselves, outweighing possessions or outweighing predation versus, the meat and bones of the message and what you're actually doing. Don't get caught up in the bullshit, basically. Don't get caught up in the senses and the luxury, of it all in the wrong way. There's a difference between driving yourself crazy, doing all these things for, free content, and then versus taking care of yourself. I ate well. I made a shake, some turmeric and spirulina, cinnamon up in there. I took a bath, a long shower and a bath combination, kind of. Just listening to music I like, putting on fabrics that I like, feeling like it doesn't have to be this big production, is what I'm trying to say. This is tame compared to what I had planned. So there's an awareness of your energy, awareness of what you have to give. Because Taurus rules the second house, the house of I have, your possessions, money, disposable income, things of that nature. So it's coming up. And I'm asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for the collective, for everyone watching. Granted, this is for Halloween's sewing, but it's a timeless message for when you see it. Now, a lot of people are saying that this is a blue moon, and what that actually means is when there are 2 full moons in a calendar month. And that doesn't happen often. So that's why this is being called a blue moon. And we have goddamn earned the opportunity to honor our traditions all day on a Saturday, and then party all night. Thanks 2020 for all the bullshit so we can finally have this weekend. Cool. No, I wrote notes, so I just want to make sure I touch base on everything. Either way, we're going to be empowered by the themes of release, of course, and releasing the things that, presented themselves up in the Aries full moon. And for some, there may be odd weather, like it's hot as fuck today, so it's probably going to snow tomorrow. Like random, like hail, overheating, or suddenly like really, really cold. So that could be something that's coming this weekend. Now, the moon and Uranus conjunct later in the afternoon. So definitely brace for the unexpected. It's just like bam, out of nowhere stuff coming up. And it's important to celebrate the endings. Honor the people that have passed that mean a lot to you in a more ceremonial way this year. With this feels very ceremonial. It feels like a very sacred time. And though a lot of people, just party and get fucked up, it is a very sacred time where the veil is the thinnest and you have, let's just say, access is easier. So get in a place of protecting yourself, get in a place of being ceremonial, honoring your traditions, the Hierophant, honoring your groups, and with the full moon being in Taurus, and I chose the Hierophant, that came up strongly versus like the Empress, because I want to ask, who is the moral authority in your life? How are you showing up for yourself? Who are you allowing to judge you? What traditions, what dogma is still influencing your life, even especially the ones from childhood? Have you shed those things? Church versus state is a thing that's coming up. Of course, Supreme Court shit. It's disgusting what's happening, but it makes sense that it's happening at this time. There could just be more drama coming up also, I feel, around the Supreme Court. There's more, that plot will thicken. But this Halloween sewing is meant to get ceremonial, like I said. And what's up with your traditions? Do you have new ones? Do you have old ones? Are you actually practicing? Are you honoring? Are you, honoring those traditions? Are you doing any kind of new rituals? Do you have a new group of friends? Maybe a new gym, new church, a new philosophy that you are abiding by? And is it keeping you from the next level of anything? Because education, learning, philosophy, religion, conformity, commitments, marriage, all those traditional institutions are coming up. And it's time to assess your status quo and possibly challenge it. And your current level of intellect is, of course, sufficient, but furthering your education, studying something, expanding your mind, expanding your vocabulary, expanding yourself, especially now that Jupiter's direct, coming up right behind Saturn. It's just time to expand through the trials. It's time to do something with all that we've learned. And, coupling the cultivation of new traditions with knowledge, it'll allow you to build a bridge between your version of heaven and earth. And your higher self wants to ascend. You want to do, you want to have positive impacts on other people. And you have the ability to. You just have to see yourself first. Now, I want the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for anyone watching for this Taurus full moon on Halloween, Scorpio season. I'm shocked no cards came out while I was reading, but they usually try to keep me focused or help me stay focused at least. Deep breaths, please. Some of you need to eat more. Queen of Swords is Aquarian energy, actually. That's that Uranus opposition that I'm telling you, for some reason, some of you may be like drawn to speak a big truth. You may be drawn to really tell it like it is, or someone may be taking that stance with you. There's a lot of Uranus energy. 6 of Wands and the Fool. But there's this like progress, there's this progress that's made. Look, the Queen of Swords and the 6 of Wands, they're both going the same direction and then come up against the Fool. Some of you may be like really excited about, this is very specific. Some of you may be really excited about the progress that you've made in life. You've maybe talking about it in a place of like kind of not boasting, but just sharing. And someone may come around with like hater ass energy. That's for someone. But also some of you have something to say that really contributes to your public recognition. This is a weekend for transmutation of energy. What do you need to say? Who do you need to tell the truth to? Some of you, there may be an Aquarius that you're going back and forth with, or someone with like Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising that you're just going back and forth with. And it's like, are you really wanting to do this? It's time to establish boundaries. It's time to eloquently express yourself. You can be unapologetic and still speak eloquently. You don't have to be rude to get your point across. And some of you may have been in a place where you're just being too nice. Some of you, there's just someone with something that they need to express to you. And if anybody comes at you with like coming at you as a woman, if anybody is like, I really need to talk to you, hear them out. There is a new avenue possibly taken, a new path that's created. But some of you guys that aren't dealing with drama, it's just like you have something to write. Those of you maybe writing out rituals, writing out full moon intentions, and gear them towards success, gear them towards your abundance, gear them towards restoring harmony, towards a new beginning. Because when there is a new beginning available to you, and your new beginning is divinely supported, you will be looked after, taken care of. Some of you are turning away from collaborating. It's like you started to build a foundation with somebody, or you started to build a relationship with somebody, and then you're like, ooh, just kidding. Never mind, I got stuff to do. My bad. But it's like, there's something here with like turning away from a new beginning, turning away from a new foundation, turning away from working together. Some of you just want to do it on your own. Some of you may have friends around that come around this weekend that are like they left the group. It's almost like someone went solo. They pulled a John Lennon on that ass. It's like they just someone wants to go it alone. Someone wants to go solo. And you may still be in the group. And whoever leaves the group or whoever leaves the community or whatever it is that you're building, whoever leaves your life, whatever friends are walking away, whatever new paths you're taking, good. Invest in the new start. Follow your fucking heart. Do what you have to do in order to not regret. Don't be in a place of anxiously awaiting something, though. If it's like, I wouldn't say invest in anything new. This year has not been a year to start new relationships or to, just it's not been a great year for togetherness for the majority of people. And that was astrologically foreseen. So either way. And I'm in this, but I'm so in it. But at the same time, I need to be able to think. So I gotta take this thing off. Because it was here for a good time, not a long time. Ooh! That may be someone's mindset. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And that's okay. Do you, boo-boo? Do you? And if somebody has that kind of energy with you, thank you for being honest. I appreciate you keeping it 100. Don't, oh my gosh. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? Who am I to keep you down? Who am I to keep you down? Let people do what they want. So you can do what you want. This looks like a lot of personal growth. Even in these cards, I'm not seeing like the focus of your life. Even if you are in a marriage or a committed relationship, it may not be the focus or priority of your life right now. Because, and also I see some of you may be like, some of you need to go to therapy or you were going to therapy and basically stopped. But some of you who are considering investing in therapy, yes, do that. Investing in, and also if there's like a big project that's coming, if you have some, like a kitchen remodel or your dishwasher broke, it's like, don't try to YouTube that. Contact a professional. To like, it's worth the money, whatever it is. If it's a big fix, if there's a big fix that you can't handle, it's worth pooling together money, doing whatever, maybe if it's for a business, or for your church or for your group or something like that. It's worth doing like the fundraiser, to hire a professional to get stuff done. Some of you are like trying to take on projects or activities that are outside of your scope of expertise. And I mean that with love. But it's just like, it's worth the money to get it done right the first time. So it's not something that you have to consistently go back and keep doing. Also, some of you are being asked to be patient when it comes to your investments. Some of you may have recently invested some money in something, or recently investing in starting a business, launching a new career, launching a side hustle. It's like slow and steady wins the race. The come up will not be super quick for everybody. I mean, in here it's actually indicated that it's going to take some time. There are years that are involved in developing something. But there is like, you are getting recognition, you are being seen, you are being acknowledged in your community. And so if you're looking for a sign for something to like go for it, the Fool is like, go for it. Yes. Don't be afraid. All right, are there any other messages for the collective? Okay. Nine of Swords, the Emperor, Ace of Swords. Okay. Now, for some of you, this is not a super fun weekend. For some of you, you have work to do. You have to get, it's time to hustle. You may have just work coming up or work opportunities that are coming up, things that you need to be disciplined about. Some of you are stressing about the amount of structure and discipline that are needed in order for you to really get to the next level and level up. Some of you are really stressed out about someone with Aries placements. Some of you may be tempted to come at the Aries or be like talking outside or say something. Some of you may be in the mood to address or create some kind of confrontation with an Aries or a Scorpio. Don't do it. Don't do it. And when I'm saying don't do it, fuck around and find out if you want to, but don't do it. This person, if it maybe, let's say it's not an Aries. Let's say maybe there's issues with your father, or there's issues with a boss going on right now, or someone with like a really fiery, disposition. Do not bring the smoke. Don't do it. Because some of you may be blocked by this person. They're not looking at you. They're not looking at the words. I mean, I know you can't see up that close, but he is not looking at the Emperor is not looking at the Ace of Swords that's coming out. And it honestly, you guys may not realize, anybody that you're trying to like get back at or come up against, you don't realize that they already have the upper hand. So don't do it. Any kind of legalities, pursuing legalities or anything like that, like, this will bring more harm on you than it will on them. So be careful. Let's see what else. I want to clarify the Ace of Swords. I mean the Queen of Swords, but the Ace of Swords just came out. Some of you may hear from your father or a maternal figure. There might be something really like important to say. Yeah. To clarify, the Queen of Swords was the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Some of you have like darkness, sadness that you are just pushing through, but something like, give yourself the opportunity to express it. You may not have to express it to this person. I would say writing, getting a journal, writing a letter, then just like burning it. Like, you don't have to address it to this you don't have to address this person or unload your burden to this person. Some of you, someone may be coming back and like profusely apologizing. Some people may be expressing their regret, expressing their loss. And some people may be very sharp the next few days because of loss or darkness that they're dealing with. So you never know what someone's going through. Even if they're being like nasty to you, turn the fuck away. Turn the other cheek. Don't be a groupie. Keep it moving. Please clarify the Six of Wands. Also, those of you may be coming at people may be asking for money or asking you to help them out. Someone may be like aggressively asking you or like expecting you to help them. So that's what so be clear about your boundaries. Please clarify the Six of Wands. But those of you, if you work this weekend, there is money to be made. There's recognition to be received. There's you paving a new path, showing your dedication, that you're able to party all night and then get up in the morning and go to work. Like, do it. Or take your ass to bed so you can be rested in the morning. Please clarify the Six of Wands. There may be an earth sign that contributes to Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Excuse me, Mercury is still in retrograde, Jesus. There may be an earth sign that contributes to your success. Or you may be hearing about this success or the good job of an earth sign in your friend group or family. But either way, regardless, speaking the truth, as long as you're not being an asshole about it, speaking the truth paves the way for success, paves the way for recognition, paves the way for your peers to recognize you. Yeah, especially if you're in like the healing modality industry, yoga, tarot, light work, energy work, and anything of that nature, massage, things of that nature. And definitely you're getting recognized. Also, if you need to say sorry to someone, it would do your karma some good. I will say that. Some of you need to be fucking humble and say sorry. If you say sorry, somehow you get abundance. It's like somehow there is a reward for that. Please clarify the Fool. Also, you may be like working with or doing a good job or doing a show or something with somebody that you have a crush on. The Fool clarified by the Seven of Cups and the King of Wands. And a lot of you are really confused about what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. There's so many things that I'm passionate about. There's so many things that I'm excited about. Daydreaming a lot. Fantasizing. Some of you may be fantasizing about a Leo or an Aries or an Aquarius. Some of you are really hell-bent on something. Like, there's like martyr, vigilante energy here. Don't play yourself. Don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles. What are we to invest in? Family, community, investing in people, investing in your new foundation, the new you that is emerging, investing in bettering the quality of things that you have, not spending money frivolously, but if you need, don't buy the cheap version of stuff. What are we to invest in? Woo. Justice and the Queen of Wands. Invest in, and then the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands reversed. This is needing to invest in logic, invest in the restoration of balance in your life, invest in telling the truth, invest in expressing yourself. Some of you need to invest in your security, I hear. Some of you are needing to, there may be a Libra or a Taurus or a Leo or like a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that you need to invest in. Maybe a fire sign with like an air rising or vice versa. Like a Leo sun with a Libra rising, something like that. Or a Libra sun with a Leo rising, something of that nature. There are those people that you are to invest in, but you are to be investing in your entrepreneurial pursuits, investing in socializing, investing in feeling good, investing in dancing. Like, have fun, enjoy yourself, feel your senses. When I saw the Queen of Wands, I was just like, yes, invest in fun. The Queen of Wands is the visionary, so invest in making a decision to work for yourself. Invest in making a decision to be more open, be more social, be more spiritual. Investing in your own sexuality, exploring your sexuality, reaffirming what your sexuality is, and stripping away the social conditionings of that. And the Queen of Wands is over here looking at the Three of Cups reversed. And this isn't for everybody, y'all. This ain't for everybody. But some of you are like going to be questioning are you really polyamorous? Are you really monogamous? Are you an alcoholic? Are you an addict? Or looking at those aspects of your life in the past. Some of you need to really, it's like Eminem in fucking 8 Mile. Some of you just need to go ahead and own all your shit so there's no one that can say shit about you at the end of the day. It's like, if you used to be a drunk but you're not a drunk anymore, it's just like, bitch, I used to be a drunk, I was gross, oh my God. What? That's not who I am anymore. Please clarify the Nine of Swords. How do we provide comfort for ourselves in this? For anybody that's going through a dark time, for anybody who's in a dark night of the soul kind of situation, anyone who's not sleeping well, anybody who, Temperance, how can we provide comfort for ourselves? Moderation, avoiding excess, like minimalism. Some of you have issues with a Pisces or a Sagittarius that you need to go ahead and just really fucking face. You may need to reach out to this person. You guys may need to just go ahead and squash it and have exchange words. But you can alleviate the pain by pouring into yourself and letting the chips fall where they may. Yes, there are some of you that have issues with a Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries, or Scorpio, and it's like, it needs to be addressed. It's time to stop beating around the bush. Stop letting things be awkward. Let the chips fall where they may. Please clarify the Emperor. What do we need to get structured about? And that's going to be different for everybody. Queen of Cups. We need to get structured about our emotions, getting structured about our creativity, getting structured structured about our narrative as individuals, so that we can make sure that we're not manipulating people, that we're not comfortable with emotional manipulation, that it's not just something that we innately are doing. Getting structured about your creative business, though, your creativity, practicing more, learning new tricks, learning new trades, learning new skills, developing the gifts that you have, the gifts you're already displaying. And since this full moon is in Taurus, which governs the throat, this Ace of Swords, I want to go ahead and clarify it to figure out what do we need to say? For our greatest and highest good, what do we need to communicate about? And it's going to be different for every one of you, of course, because this is a general reading. But I'm hearing your connection to the divine. Talk to God. I talked to God in public. And when I say God, spirit, the universe, the divine, what, you know, the God of your understanding. Ah! And your abundance. Some of you are overly independent, like your over independence is a trauma response. And some of you, your codependency is a trauma response. And there's a certain level of talking to God about your autonomy, about your individuality, about how you were made, who you are. The stuff that we don't want to talk about, the stuff that we don't want to look at, the hurts that have been too much. It's time to get it out. That's what Scorpio season is for. This is the underworld that we're dealing with. All this dark, shadowy energy, no. It's coming up to come out. All of it is coming up to come out. All of it. And it's about damn time we fall in line and figure out what it is that we believe in, so we don't just fall for shit. All right. I love you. We gonna get this work. Speaking of, I'm going to work. All right, bye.